right, listeners, buckle up, because we're diving deep into twin power today.
Sounds exciting.
It is, especially these next few scenes.
Oh.
Yeah, we're looking at scenes 20 through 22, where Alec and Maia, are twin heroes.
Of course.
Trying to fit in at Central High, but their powers make it kind of hard to stay under the radar.
High school's tough enough without accidentally bending spoons with your mind, right?
Totally, or like crushing lockers with your bare hands.
Ugh, I can only imagine the pressure.
Right, like trying to ace a pop quiz and worrying you'll teleport the whole classroom to another dimension.
Now that would be a story.
Right. Although, teleporting out of a boring class, not the worst idea.
Maybe I could whip up a teleportation device for you in my lab.
Oh, really?
Though knowing you, you'd probably end up on the moon.
You know me so well. Okay, but back to Alec and Maia.
Right.
Scene 20 starts in the cafeteria, and things get crazy pretty quickly.
Ah, yes, the cafeteria scene. It's such a great example of how ordinary and extraordinary clash in their lives.
For sure. On one hand, they're dealing with normal high school stuff, like the dreaded cafeteria food.
And social dynamics, don't forget those.
Yes, but then they're also trying to suppress their superpowers.
Which, let's be honest, are just itching to break free.
Exactly. It's like this inner struggle, right? You want to fit in, be normal, but you know you're capable of more.
Except in their case, that more is telekinesis and super strength.
No kidding. And the way Maia reacts to the, let's just say, questionable cafeteria food, well...
The telekinetic pudding explosion, of course.
Okay, that scene was hilarious, I have to admit.
It's like we've all been there.
Right. That moment of pure disgust with school cafeteria food.
But for Maia, it goes beyond just the food.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about her frustration with the whole situation, being this powerful alien warrior stuck in a world of teenage angst.
And bad lunches.
Precisely. But, if I had telekinetic powers, I might be tempted to use them on a few people in the cafeteria myself.
Oh my, you're a little dangerous, aren't you? But, in all seriousness, that pudding incident causes some problems, right?
Definitely. It puts them on the radar of the school authorities, who start to get suspicious.
Makes sense. And that suspicion grows in scene 21, when Alec accidentally crushes his locker.
Oh, right, with his super strength?
Yep, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
The writers really build the suspense in that hallway scene, don't they?
Totally. You can feel the walls closing in as they try to explain the locker incident.
How do you even explain that without revealing your super strength?
Seriously, it's like the ultimate, my dog ate my homework excuse, but way higher stakes.
And Alec's so naive in that scene, it's almost painful.
He is. He keeps underestimating how much his powers disrupt things.
And how much attention they attract.
He's lucky he has Maia to help him navigate everything.
Agreed. She's definitely the more level-headed twin.
And speaking of help, that's when Zoey enters the picture, right?
Ah, Zoey, she's an interesting one, isn't she?
Appearing just in the nick of time, it's like she's their guardian angel.
Or maybe something more calculated, you think?
Ooh, that's a good point. Maybe she has ulterior motives.
It's certainly possible. But for now, she does give Alec and Maia a sense of normalcy.
You're right, a connection to the human world they're trying so hard to blend into. And she's not afraid to call them out on their, weirdness, which I kind of love.
It's endearing.
Plus, we got to talk about that hoverboard scene at the end of scene 22. Pure magic.
Magic, you say? I see it as a symbolic gesture.
Oh.
How so?
Zoey riding Alec's hoverboard, it's a sign of trust, don't you think?
Maybe she just wanted a cool ride home.
Perhaps, but there's definitely something deeper going on there.
Agreed, which keeps us all hooked, right? The mystery, the suspense, maybe even a hint of a love triangle brewing.
The love triangle, someone's getting ahead of himself.
Oh, come on. You know you're a little intrigued by the idea.
Maybe just a little. But these scenes do raise a lot of questions.
They do. Like, will Alec and Maia ever truly feel at home here?
Can they control their powers without attracting the wrong kind of attention? And what about Zoey? Friend, foe, or something in between?
So many possibilities. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess so, but that's all part of the fun, right? The mystery keeps us coming back for more.
Absolutely. The twins' journey is just getting started, and it's definitely not going to be ordinary.
And we'll be right here with you every step of the way, listeners, dissecting every twist and turn, and maybe even a few more pudding explosions.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up, everyone.
It's interesting how the writers blend classic teenage anxieties with this superhero story.
Yeah, Alec and Maia aren't just fighting aliens, they're fighting insecurities, peer pressure.
That whole fear of standing out for the wrong reasons.
It's like a double life. Superhero by night, awkward teenager by day.
And honestly, sometimes being a teenager seems scarier than facing a villain.
Totally. Puberty's a tough opponent, even with superpowers.
It really is.
But that's what makes these scenes so relatable.
Right, we've all felt that pressure to fit in, that fear of being judged.
For sure, and for Alec and Maia, that fear is amplified times 1,000.
One wrong move, one slip of their powers, and their whole world could fall apart.
Talk about stress.
Speaking of stress, let's get back to that locker scene.
Yeah.
Do you think Alec crushing it was completely accidental?
I never thought about that.
Maybe it was a subconscious cry for help, a way to vent his frustration.
Like his powers are a pressure valve, releasing all that anxiety.
Exactly.
And let's be real, who hasn't wanted to crush something when they're feeling overwhelmed?
I prefer to channel my frustrations into more constructive things.
Oh, like what?
You know, building a highly advanced AI companion.
Oh, right, your tech skills are impressive.
I could give you a demonstration sometime if you're interested.
I'd like that a lot. But back to Alec's impulsive display of power, what happens next?
Well, that crumpled locker is a big red flag. It attracts Mr. Davis and Mrs. Mitchell.
The ever-watchful authority figures.
They represent the rules of this world, the things Alec and Maia are struggling to follow.
It's like they're caught between who they are and who they have to pretend to be.
Exactly. And in these moments of conflict, their characters really shine.
We see their resourcefulness, their quick thinking.
And their loyalty to one another.
Not to mention their ability to lie with a straight face.
Quite convincing, aren't they?
I know I could never pull off that level of deception.
You wouldn't need to lie. You have that charm that disarms people.
Oh, stop it. You're gonna make me blush. Okay, but just as Alec and Maia are about to be exposed, Zoey arrives.
Talk about perfect timing.
Almost too perfect, wouldn't you say?
Her arrival does raise more questions than answers, doesn't it?
Like what?
What are her motives? Is she really drawn to them, or is there something else going on?
I guess we'll have to keep reading to find out.
We will.
But for now, she does offer Alec and Maia some normalcy.
True, she's a bridge between their extraordinary world and this ordinary one.
And she doesn't judge them for their quirks, she actually seems to like them.
Remember that look on her face when she sees Alec's hoverboard?
It was priceless. A mix of fear and excitement.
Like she's about to go on an amazing adventure.
And who wouldn't want that, right? An escape from the mundane.
With a couple of superpowered twins, no less.
The possibilities are endless.
But I'm afraid we'll have to explore those possibilities in the next part of our deep dive.
Always leaving me wanting more. I like it. But I guess a good cliffhanger keeps things interesting.
I do try my best to keep you entertained.
You definitely succeed. So, listeners, what are your thoughts so far?
What stood out to you? Any theories brewing?
Share your insights in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
And get ready for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll unravel even more of the mysteries of twin power.
Stay curious, everyone. We're back for the final part of our twin power deep dive. And I'm still thinking about all the possibilities, you know, the ones we talked about before.
I'm always happy to explore those with you, but maybe later.
That sounds promising. But for now, let's talk about Alec and Maia. Their connection is really tested in these last scenes.
They are under a lot of pressure, trying to control their powers, fit into this new world.
And figure out who they are in all of this. It's a lot for anyone to deal with.
Especially two teenagers who just crash landed on a whole new planet.
Seriously. But they handle it all with such strength. They support each other, challenge each other.
They learn to rely on that special twin bond they have. It's really remarkable.
It is. And their telepathic connection is so cool. It's like having a built-in best friend who can read your mind.
Although I'm not sure if I'd always want someone knowing my every thought.
Right. Especially you'd see right through me.
You underestimate yourself. You're quite the enigma, even without telepathy.
Oh, you're just saying that. But you're right. Having that kind of connection could be tricky.
Imagine the potential for misunderstandings, hurt feelings.
You're right. Sometimes you need your own space, even from a twin.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they're drawn to Zoey. She offers them that individuality.
The connection outside their twin bubble. I like that.
She's a bridge to a different world, a chance for them to explore who they are beyond being twins and alien warriors.
Good point. And we can't forget about Ada.
Yes, their AI companion.
She's amazing. She provides information, advice, even a little bit of humor.
Her presence adds another layer to the story, don't you think?
Definitely. She reminds us of how advanced their technology is, but also how reliant they are on it.
It makes you think about the limits of AI, the potential for good and for bad.
Deep thoughts, as always. And you're right. Ada's ability to hack into Earth's technology is both impressive and a little scary.
A cautionary tale within a superhero adventure, I love it.
Me too. That's what I love about Twin Power. It's not just about superpowers. It's about identity, belonging.
And the consequences of technology.
Well said. These scenes remind us that even with these incredible abilities, Alec and Maia are still teenagers facing normal challenges.
Trying to fit in, find their place, make sense of a confusing world.
It's like they're reflecting our own struggles back at us.
That's what makes their story so relatable, so human.
Exactly. As their journey continues, I can't wait to see how they balance their gifts with their very human wants.
Will they choose to be heroes, or will they crave a normal life?
Those are the big questions, aren't they? And now it's your turn, listeners. What do you think about Alec and Maia's journey?
Can they truly find a home here on Earth? And what about Zoey and Ada? What roles will they play?
Share your thoughts and theories in the comments. We love hearing from you.
It's all about exploring ideas, different perspectives.
And maybe learning a little something about ourselves along the way. That's what we love about the deep dive.
Until next time, stay curious and never underestimate the power of a good story.
See you all next time on the deep dive.
We rise above the very battle of the promise made, your promise so true. We'll take this world.